Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I can tell him.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Delphine. It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
You should think about
It's
staying
good
the
to
night.
see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound.
Wow, this
Come on, I have a
reunion is
place we can
so
talk.
touching.
Orgnar, hold down
Pass
the
the
bar for a
sick
minute,
bucket.
will you?
I think I'm going to
sure.
vomit.
This way. Now then, I assume you know about...
Oh yes, Dragonborn. Indeed, yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose. We must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern,
The Sleeping Giant Inn. A
Give
word of
me
advice,
just
don't
a
get hit by a
moment.
giant. I've seen people
here it
launched
is.
100 feet
Come,
in the
let me show
air.
you.
I don't even know how that is
You see,
possible,
right here,
but it's true.
Sky
I've seen it.
Haven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach. During their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh! This is where they built Alduin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore. A hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy, in the event. Despite the far-reaching fame of Alduin's Wall at the time, one of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean, you don't mean to say you haven't heard of Alduin's Wall? Either of you?
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Alduin's Wall was where the ancient blades recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. His location has been lost for centuries, but I've found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call. From Riverwood, the road south through Falkreath is the most direct route. Or you could catch the carriage from Whiterun to Markarth, and then approach from the west. Either way, the Reach is wild country these days. The Forsworn are everywhere. Best be careful. Your call. Might be safer to travel separately, attract less attention that way. Don't worry, I'll get Esbern there in one piece. We'll wait for you near Karthspire. Good luck.
Oh, if it accidentally got hit, the carriage driver would get a 5 gold bounty, and the town would form an angry mob, chase down the carriage driver, and proceed to killing him anyway. Seriously though, the people of Skyrim are a bit touchy about their livestock.
What do you need?
You look tired, friend. The Bannered Mare has beds for rent.
Now, walk among the stars! Ah, you were once man. I, an ass man who said...
Here, I'd like you to have these as a token of my friendship. Here, I'd like you to have these... Divine smile on you, friend. Take a look. It's been good talking to you.
Ooh, that armor must be difficult to polish. The next time you take your armor off and find it a bit hard, I could help give it a quick rub for you. Oh no, it didn't come out as intended.
To rule the realm of spirit.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Ever been to Markarth? Some say it was built by the dwarves. I don't believe a word of it.
I must say you were looking rather nice today. I just can't resist someone wearing tight-fitting armor. Someone there?
Victory. For now.
Come along, no more stops. We need to find our way to Solitude.
Why are we even
You've got that fire under control, right?
Somebody help! Chickens that way you get 20 feet cheap, but extremely well.
It's gonna cost you. I wouldn't buy it if I wasn't laughing at your stupidity. Most people like to hunt animals. I also love to hunt people. And pretty much anything else that moves. We'll pay for that. Maybe that means you actually have a brain. This place is full of strange people in revealing costumes. It's quite a fun. Was there something you want? Is it because you're scared what I might do with it? Time to move, I guess.
I think we're getting close. Let's keep moving.
Is someone there?
Come here. My victims before I kill them, but I'm on a tight schedule and my friend here might get jealous.
You won't get the best of me!
And my friend here might get jealous.
You
Running to save you.
That's close.
Now you're mine.
you prepared to die?
It's gonna cost you.
I'm warning.
That takes care of that.
Do you know what I love to do when I have a little too much spare gold? I find a beggar and pay them to harass people. They are so desperate for money that they will do almost anything. It can be very entertaining to watch.
I think they're gone.
Be careful. The Forsworn are just as dangerous. Lead on to Skyhaven Temple. I think we're getting close. Let's keep moving. Huh? Let's keep moving. I'm going to check it out.
Only a fool lets himself get surrounded.
A word of advice.
This looks promising.
Never buy a used copy of the Lost Argonian Maid. The covers are always worn and the
Gotta get
pages
this
stuck
bridge
together.
These
I just
pillars
don't
must
get
have
it.
something to do with
I swear, there must be some kind of conspiracy.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You have the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom.
We must be getting close. We should proceed cautiously.
We should be careful. There's no telling what traps and wards the ancient blades may have set.
It was a cold day. The end of Frostfall is nearly winter in the Jerall Mountains. We heard the news at Cloud Ruler by courier, riding hard from the Imperial City. 30th of Frostfall, 171. 30 years ago. The Great War started that day. The Thalmor ambassador delivered his ultimatum to the Emperor Titus Mede, the head of every Blades agent within the Aldmeri Dominion. I knew that day that it was truly the beginning of the end.
We'd best be careful in here. Yes, that's it. The symbol on the middle pillar.
Whatever you did, it worked.
Well, that has got to be the world's
Blades
easiest
left in our
puzzle.
way. Looks safe now. Let's move.
Wonderful, remarkably well preserved, too.
Was there something you wanted? Time to move, I guess.
Here's the Blood Seal, another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn. Look
Esmer's
here.
probably right.
You see how the ancient
So,
blades
right,
revered
have
me
you
with
ever
Cyrodiil?
got the
Seal on
lusty-
the floor.
All right then.
Amazing, eh? To be standing at the very entrance to Skyhaven Temple itself. Goodbye, then. This whole place appears to be a shrine to Raymond. He ended the Akaviri invasion under mysterious circumstances, you recall?
coming to life. You did it. Here's the entrance. After you, Dragonborn. You should have the
Oh, that
honor
looked
of being the
painful.
first to say
Well, at least you only have to get a small drop of blood from your hand.
Find inside.
I was waiting for them to stab you in the back and spill all of your blood. I'm all ears. Are you saying you don't trust me? Fair point, actually. I wouldn't trust me. Time to move, I guess.
Shaw's bones, here it is. Alduin's Wall, so well preserved. Huh? I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Kaviri sculpture and relief.
Esbern, we need information, not a lecture on art history.
Yes.
Please tell me we
let's
don't
see
have to
here.
listen to this guy giving a lecture. I'm already tired from all the walking and this guy is so boring.
Look, here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is falling from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience,
I can get away with anything in Skyrim. I just act all cute and innocent.
Mythic symbol.
And the guard. I'm glad that's
Yes,
sorted.
yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? I was afraid you were going to say that. I guess there's nothing for it. We'll have to ask the Greybeards for help. I hope to avoid involving them in this, but we have no other choice. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards? Only if you don't know how to use it. All the great heroes have had to learn to use their power. Those that shrank from their destiny. Well, you've never heard of them, have you? And there are the villains, those that misused their power. There's always a choice, and there's always a risk. But if you live in fear of what might go wrong, you'll end up doing nothing. Like the Greybeards up on their mountain. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which
Was
in search of the Dragon Bone. Here are the Akaviri.
Finally! I never thought I would be so happy to go and see the Greybeards. But after having to tag along with the mighty geriatric dragon slayers, they seem wonderful in comparison.
Are you paying attention, Delphine? You might learn something of our own history.
Do you think the Sabercats and Khajiit are somehow related? They do seem similar, except the Khajiits are more human. You don't suppose a human and a Sabercat... Nope, I'm not going there. People get a little touchy when I say that.
wind guide you. Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes? What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn. No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einarth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make. No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice. But not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you. It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself. Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice. He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
People seem to think all Nords are racist, but surely that itself is racist.
path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way. You my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well. Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Dunmer are called He makes them sound good. That's the last of them.
What was that?
Yolok, greetings, Wunderneek. I am Paarthurnax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain? They see me as master, Wuth Onik, old and wise. It is true I am old. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
I've always wondered.
Drem. Patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove.
I can't say a fancy roaming around either in Sovngarde or as a ghost without any clothes on.
First.
Well, at least not all the time.
Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. The word calls you. Go to it. A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove do. Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova.
I'm all ears. Well, not literally, of course.
Yes, Sosedo Vlostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal. Even for one of Dovasos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me? Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin. Alduin Comate Teed. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
Did I tell you about the time I nearly made two people die without
all
even touching
in
them?
good time.
I didn't feel like wearing clothes
First,
that day.
a question for
One
you.
man nearly choked to death
Why
on a
do you
piece of
want
bread
to
when he saw
learn
me,
this
and the other
Thum?
fell over a bridge and nearly drowned.
Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lin Vokin. Would you stop the next world from being born? Paz. was a fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monaven, what you name throat of the world? True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues. Varucht Unslad. Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated. Yes and no. Viknuzny Karon. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
No, a naked sing-song. Yes, that would be fun.
How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwalan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Suyek. Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
So So the leader of the Greybeards
Croesus,
is a dragon?
no. I
Well,
know
that
little
explains
of
a
what has
lot.
passed below
So I
in the
guess
long
we need an
years I
elder
have
scroll
lived
then?
here.
Is that all?
You are likely
Well, that
better
seems
informed
fine.
than
They are just
I.
laying all over the place. There was me thinking he was going to say
Trust
that
your
we had to do
instincts,
something difficult.
Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
I have noticed that there seems to be a trend of women wearing subtle amounts of war paint on their lips and around their eyes and cheeks. Do you think I look attractive? What I mean is, does it make me look more attractive?
Return it here to the Tid Achran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Achran will allow you a seeing, a vision of the moment of its creation. Then you will feel, know Dragonrend in the power of its first expression. You will see them, Wuthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir. The first mortals that I taught the Thum, the first tongues, the leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin. Sahrot Hun, the Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater. I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly von Mindoran. Incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove. I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me. Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol. In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your Sum, in your breath. Sum Ark Mora. What will you burn? What will you spare? Drem Yolok, greetings. Look Thum.
What is it? How about you take me instead? Damn it. That came out wrong. What is it? Is it because you're scared what I might do with it? Yes, I'm listening. Do I have a choice? Well, okay, but you owe me. I rather enjoyed our little chat.
So, you spoke to Paarthurnax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout? Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom. We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek. Wind, guide you.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Get up there. Nice weather for a ride. Hope it lasts.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
I really couldn't care less. I've never had any respect for you guys.
Don't just walk away from me. Where do you think you're going?
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance. Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Do you? It is true there are some here who have spent years studying the accumulated knowledge of the scrolls. But what you seek does not come easily, and can destroy those without a strong will. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. Dragonborn? It's been so long since we've had any contact with the Greybeards. Do you really have the voice? I would be most impressed to see that. What was that? So the stories are true. You are Dragonborn. Normally, you'd need to show some aptitude with one of the schools of magic. But you... I think there is much that we can learn from each other. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
Finally! We thought she was never going to let us in. So you're joining the college to become a mage? I guess I could use a mage. I can be the muscle and beauty, and you can be the wise wizard who incinerates anyone who opposes us. If you try any mind tricks or any other funny business on me, though, then you will find that you will be missing your magic stick. And you will no longer be able to conjure up any children. Do I make myself clear?
Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage.
Enchanting services
I hope you appreciate
are one of the few
opportunity.
things that keep us in touch with
Yes,
the rest of
course.
Skyrim.
The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand? You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Paarthurnax. Now, do you require assistance? A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact. Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the Third Era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy? You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about... Wait, were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. Fight well. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them. I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
He seemed pleased to see us. It's rare to find someone so jolly in Skyrim. Anyways, let's go and find this Septimus guy. If his book is anything to go by, then this should be interesting.
Welcome to the college. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on.